Look, let's get to football now, and all eyes are, of course, on the Euros final on Sunday. It's England v Germany. It's going to be a brilliant match, it really is. But a debate's raging at the moment as to whether the Lionesses should be called Lions instead. Katie, what do you reckon?
Well, it's an interesting one because I watched it. I watched it with my 8-year-old daughter. You know, she plays football every Sunday. So it was a really great thing to show her, you know, these women doing their thing. And I tweeted about it and I used the hashtag Lionesses because I thought nothing of it. And then when I heard this discussion from Emma Barnett, I thought, you know what, she's right, because I don't think of lion and lioness as, you know, a gendered difference. I just think of a lion representing courage and bravery, you know, going forward and getting your prey and getting the job done. And that's what these women are doing.
Not in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, really? Well, no, yeah, he was a bit of a wet weed, wasn't he?
Well, cowardly lion.
Yeah.
See, not all lions are heroes. They're not all going out.
But when you get a lion tattoo, it's supposed to represent that, isn't it? That kind of...
Clarence the cross-eyed lion, remember him?
Lots of comedy lions.
Aren't
Especially
particularly very brave
the England
at all.
football team.
Not sure that's going to go down very well.
Well, you know, when did they last get in a final? And the thing is, like, when you did the intro there, you're talking about the Euros final, and I'm thinking, I haven't heard about that. Because it's the women's Euros final, right? And you have to differentiate because, well, I mean, what is the problem with it? I don't understand why we can't suddenly just refer to women as women and men as men. I don't know. Lionesses are female lions and are probably actually more courageous and more brave than the stupid ones that go around getting themselves killed.
Anyone who's been on safari will tell you that a lioness is an amazing thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, I don't really get what the big deal is. In the tennis, we go, it's the men's tennis, the women's tennis, whatever. It just makes it easier. I suppose because traditionally, if you're in a pub and you mention football, everyone will automatically assume that it's men. Because, you know, for some reason, God knows where it's written, we never played football as young women. When I was at school, I had to play netball and hockey. And now, of course, boys play hockey. And this is great. Young girls like your daughter, more of them are just going to... And it's going to become the norm. Yeah. But for now, to differentiate... What is wrong? But
I have no issue with differentiating between them at all. But I think when we're talking about the Euros, when the men are involved, we never call it. And in the men's Euros this afternoon, we don't do that. We call it Euros when it's the men and call it women's Euros. When actually, if you put men before it, maybe people would be fine with that. I just think the whole discussion regarding lionesses and lions is just not particularly that problematic, to be honest.
Also, it came from one email.
Oh, literally.
Emma read out.
And it's just become a thing.
There's a bigger discussion around the pay gap.
Exactly. I mean, the Women's Super League is one of the most professional and one of the most competitive leagues in the world. And yet you've got players, women players who play in the Women's Super League who are paying for their own lunches. They're earning, they're earning 20 grand a year. And they're one of the...
jobs.
Working other jobs because they do not have the pay parity. And I just think these kind of discussions regarding lions and lionesses detracts from the fact that we have a brilliant final coming up on Sunday.
Exciting.
And we have women players up and down the country who are in leagues such as the Women's Super League who are watching these women, the England women, doing so well and still sat there having to make their own sandwiches in order to go to training, which just seemed ludicrous to me.